Welcome back to my little corner of the internet. I'm gonna do a little bench tour. My desk, which is this right behind me here, has completely changed since the last time I did a craft room tour video. I have completely reorganized it, moved a lot of stuff around, got new organizers, tons of new tools, so that merited a brand new setup. Since I've started metalsmithing, I have moved the majority of my newest tools right onto my desk because that's currently what I'm working on. I tried to make the organization here as intuitive and easy as possible and a way to make the workflow work for me. I prefer to have things right in front of my face where I can see them and I use them. I don't like rifling around through drawers or putting stuff away constantly. I'd rather it be easily accessible, so that's why you're going to see things look the way they are. I currently do not have a true jeweler's bench, but I think I got decently close to it with the setup that I have made. I DIY'd a lot of stuff, so I'm going to show you that, and I'm also going to post a lot of the links to different things that I have bought down below. These links are some of my affiliate links. Now these just help support the channel, help me keep creating new content. If you do see something you like, feel free to click on them. It only helps support. I'm going to show you what that all looks like. Starting with the biggest addition to my workspace is this pegboard. This pegboard has been amazing in keeping all of my tools organized and in one spot for me. This makes them easily accessible and right in front of me rather than in drawers where I have to rummage around to find a particular hammer or set of pliers or anything. Instead, I just pick it up right off the wall. This is actually 3 pegboards with a bunch of pegboard accessories that holds up all my tools. On here, I keep the majority of my hammers, pliers, soft frame, stone setting tools, some tweezers, my dust mask, my ring clamp, and a few other miscellaneous things that I use frequently. So I also redid all of the organization on top of my desk. And now I have these beautiful wooden drawers that hold all my crystal stock. I decided to fully organize every single one of my crystals along with a price, so when I'm working on different pieces, I know exactly how much that crystal cost me. I don't have to go look it up every time. She stuck the crystals to old business cards with double-sided tape and labeled them. That way they don't all get mixed up and they just sit here all pretty. I also really love the look of these wooden organizers, and this is going to be the color that most jeweler's benches come in, so eventually this will all match very prettily. Just don't have a jeweler's bench yet. The nice part is a lot of metalsmithing tools have these pretty wooden colors, so they all match nicely together. On top of these wooden organizers, I keep a couple more very frequently used tools, such as my sandbag with the metal block on it, some double-sided tape, scissors, regular tape, 2 mandrels, so I have my ring mandrel and a bracelet mandrel, some of the different rotary tool attachments for polishing and grinding, sanding, some burrs. And then next to that, I have a larger plastic organizer that holds a lot of my different copper wire. This is the stuff I mostly use for electroforming. There's some polishing stuff in here too. On top, I also have this dapping block set. This is from PMC Tools on Amazon, and I actually really love the quality, and I've used it a lot more than I thought I would so far. Next to that lives my Dremel torch. Right on top of the work surface here, right underneath that, there is a vacuum sealed container where I keep some of the silver stock I have. I have more containers in one of my drawers, but this is the larger pieces of silver and wire that wouldn't fit in the other container. Right next to that lives my pickle pot, which I have branded from crock pot to bench basics. So I also have a couple of random containers. These are from like pre-workout and some like charcoal scrubs and stuff like that. These containers are now used to house offcuts and some dust and stuff that I can reclaim and later turn into more metal. Once I start with silver, I will be collecting the silver dust as well to try to be able to recycle it when I can, when I have enough, and just melt it down into something. I do not have a traditional jeweler's bench. That's the correct height for sawing and everything, so I had to DIY it a little bit. I have this bench vise, and in that I put a block of wood, which I sawed so that I can stick my bench pin on top. I actually really like this bench pin. It works very, very well for me. I think I like this better than the traditional looking bench pins I've seen, which I have tried to use one of those a long time ago. I'm quite happy with this one. I also realized that when I was sawing, I was getting metal dust and shavings all over myself, and it was very aggravating. I did make a little DIY bench skin just so it kind of catches all those shavings, and it's easily removable so I can clean it. but that definitely has made a world of difference. And this is just a piece of leather from Hobby Lobby. Now, right underneath my desk, I do actually typically keep a set of drawers. Now, these drawers are on wheels, so at the moment I have them set off to the side. In these drawers, I have a lot of stuff like polishing compounds, more rotary tool stuff, more silver and brass, but I can kind of move it away very easily out from underneath the desk, and then I place my soldering station here directly in front of these drawers. Soldering station typically lives behind me on this little cart, but whenever I use it, I place it here along with this mini fume extractor, which surprisingly sucks in a lot of the smoke that gets given off by soldering. I was actually quite pleasantly surprised, because I've seen mixed reviews on these. But it definitely seems to smell a lot less. I almost can't smell any smoke through the dust mask I've been wearing, so I don't have to wear my like thicker 3M one, especially if I'm not soldering for a very long time. I also keep a little clipboard. This clipboard is for when I'm working with silver, so I can start to track exactly how much silver I use, because I want to make sure as a business I am charging appropriately, and makes it easier to keep inventory, and that way if I remake a specific piece I know exactly how much silver I'm going to need for it. And then right beneath that I have a little plastic case with a bunch of printed designs I've been using to practice with sawing. I have the Works Maker X, so that's what I'm using for my rotary tool right now. I don't have a pendant motor. I've just been using the Works tools that I already owned, and it kind of just moves around since I don't have to have it plugged into anything. And that's my current bench setup. I hope you enjoyed this little tour. This is definitely a constant work in progress, but so far, after rearranging it 10 million times, this is a setup that I have come to love that seems to work the best for me. Clearly, I don't have a jeweler's bench, but I've definitely managed to make it work using some little clever DIY tricks. So if you are looking to start metalsmithing or silversmithing and can't get a jeweler's bench, either you don't have the space or they're quite expensive, try some of these little DIY tricks. That should help a lot. If you want to keep supporting the channel, don't forget to hit that like button, click the subscribe, and ring the notification bell so you don't miss any future videos. I'll see you at the next one.